Assalamualaikum. Selamat Hari Raya. I hope you have a blessed Eid Mubarak. So for today, I will give you a synchronous lecture for Chapter 10, Crafting the Service Environment. I will share the slide with you. Chapter 10, Crafting the Service Environment. Okay, I believe that all of us experience of service environment while you visiting the mall, visiting dentist or visiting hospital. Actually, you experience the service environment. This is the overview of chapter 10. First, we will touch about what is the purpose of service environments, and then understanding consumer responses to service environments, what are the dimensions of service environment, and how we can putting it all together. So what is the purpose of service environments? I'm sure all of us have different purpose. Okay, some of us visiting mall because of the ambience, or because of the facilities that we can get from the mall. Okay, some we go there because we feel comfortable with the surroundings. Okay, or we feel comfortable because accessible to the public transport. So there are few purpose of service environments. First, shape customers' service experience and behaviors. So you can relate with the points that I mentioned earlier. For example, the ambience, and then accessible to public transports. So that is part of the how the service scape shape customer service experience. Okay, then signal quality and position, differentiate and strengthen the brand. Okay, next purpose, core components of the value proposition. And the last one, facilitate the service encounter and enhance both service quality and productivity. Shape customers' experience and their behavior. For example, symbolic cues to communicate the distinctive nature and quality of the service experience. Second, attention creating medium. Make servicescape stand out from competition and attract customers from target segments. And then, effect creating medium. Use colors, textures, sounds, scents, and special design to enhance desired service experience. Okay, you just imagine, or you get an answer. Okay, why you prefer Imago compared to One Borneo? Or why do you prefer Surya Sabah compared to Wisma Merdeka? Okay, I give you example of shopping malls because I'm sure that all of us experience going there. Okay, rather than I give you example of hospitals or dental clinic. The example is quite rare, or probably some of you don't have experience of visiting that place, because I believe that not everybody experience of going to hospital. Okay, some of you just no, some of us, if we feel sick, we get paracetamol, then we will be okay, but not for some of us. So that's why I give you an example of shopping malls. Okay, the next purpose: support image, position, and differentiation. Okay, I just give you the photo of, okay, this is two hotels. Okay, Orbit Hotel and Hostel. Okay, Hostel in Los Angeles. You see the call that lobby. This is the lobby. And then this is Four Seasons Hotel, New York. You can see the differences, how they portray the image to the customer. Okay, this is Four Seasons 5-star hotels, and this is hostel, probably 2 stars. So that is how they portray the image, to support and how they position the image and differentiate the image to the customer. Next, servicescape as part of value proposition. Physical surroundings help shape appropriate feelings and reaction in customers and employees. Okay, you can find the example here. Okay, Disneyland, Legoland. Okay, they create a surroundings that can make the uh, visitor feel that, okay, they are actually at that era or situations. Okay, for example, okay, Disneyland, they have few themes inside the theme park. Okay, for example, uh, okay, themes related to princess, then they create a place that okay, you can find Cinderella, and then you can find Sleeping Beauty, okay, at that area. So that is example of how they create physical surroundings. Okay, if you go to Universal Studio, okay, Universal Studio popular with their rides. Okay, for example, in Singapore, they have an area specifically for Transformers. Okay, then they create Transformers rides, so the visitors will get the experience. They have or shape appropriate feelings. Okay, the visitors purposely go there because they want to feel how you, okay, if you involve in the Transformers war, or life, then you must go there to share the feelings, or to get the feelings. And while riding the rides, you get the reactions, adventure, you feel thrill, enjoy the Transformers rides. Servicescapes form a core part of the value proposition. Las Vegas in the United States repositioned itself to a somewhat more wholesome fun resort. Okay, this city, Las Vegas, I'm sure you know where what is popular in Las Vegas. Okay, casinos and entertainments, what you call it, entertainments, yeah, we can consider as entertainment center. They Okay, this city during daytime is like a haunted area or haunted city. First, because of the weather, it's quite hot in Las Vegas. Okay, that's why n- probably the visitor will try to avoid visiting Las Vegas at daytime. Okay, but if you go there during night time, it's they transform the city until that you feel you are going to uh, some place, not the same place at daytime. That's how they reposition itself to a somewhat more wholesome fun resort. For Florida-based Movieco, okay, builds extravagant movie theaters and offers plush amenities. So this is another example. Actually, the power of servicescapes is being discovered. So you have to discover by yourself. You have to experience it. Then you will know what is the value proposition. Okay, this chapter also introduced to us two important models. Okay, normally models they form or they created based on theory. Okay, the first one, Mehrabian-Russell stimulus response model. Okay, based on this model, feelings are a key driver of customer responses to service environments. Okay, if you can see from the model, environmental stimuli and cognitive processes. So the dimensions of affects, pleasure and arousal. So this is the affect. Okay, pleasure and then arousal. Based on the feelings, the affect. So this is the response of behavior, approach avoidance and cognitive process. Okay, for Russell model of affect, you can find four affect: arousing, pleasant, sleepy, and unpleasant. And then Russell give example of surfing. Okay, if you do surfing, you will the feeling is exciting. Okay, but at the same time, you have a pleasant and arousing. Okay, if you going to beach, pleasant and sleepy. Okay, you feel relaxing. Okay, but sometimes we have both feelings. We have both effect. Okay, pleasant and sometimes we feel sleepy. Okay, this is during work. Sometimes if you don't have your workload is not that too many workload, or you are just completed a task, sometimes you feel boring. Okay, so you unpleasant and sleepy. Okay, distressing, arousing and unpleasant. If you feel stressed and you want to distress, so you are in the middle of arousing and unpleasant. Okay, talking about servicescape model. and integrative framework. So the environmental dimensions, ambient conditions, space functions, signs, symbols, and artifacts. Okay, this is according to Bittner 1992. Okay, it's still relevant. Relevant, of course, because of COVID. Okay, uh, after COVID, uh, okay, probably this is not quite relevant, but for the sake of knowledge, you still can you know uh, relate this model with the environmental dimension. The holistic environments, employee response moderator, customer response moderator, perceived servicescape, the internal responses, cognitive, emotional, uh, physiological. This is the employee response and customer response, cognitive, emotional, physiological. So these are the behaviors based on this one. The behavior approach: affiliation, exploration, stay longer, satisfaction. Okay, sometimes you avoid the opposite of approach. Social interaction between customers and employees. Approach: attraction, stay or explore, spend more money, satisfaction. If you avoid, the opposite of approach. Okay, I would like you try to map this servicescape model with your experience while visiting a shopping complex or a store that you prefer to shop. Then you can get the clearer picture of how this servicescape model actually relate with our experience. Identifies the main dimensions in a service environment and views them holistically. Internal customer and employee responses can be categorized into cognitive, emotional, and physiological responses, which lead to overt behavioral responses toward the environment. Key to effective design is how well each individual dimensions fit together with everything else. Okay, now we move to dimensions of the service environment. The main dimensions in servicescape model, okay, first, ambient conditions. Ambient conditions actually characteristics of environment pertaining to our five sense. How we look at it, okay, how we smell the environment. Sometimes we don't prefer that place because it's too loud. That's related to hearing, and then touch. So all the five senses will let us prefer the ambient conditions or not. Okay, next, spatial layout and functionality. Okay, the spatial layout, the floor plan, size and shape of furnishings, and then functionality, ability of those items to facilitate performance, signs, symbols, and artifacts, explicit or implicit signals to help consumers find their way. Okay, for explanation, talking about ambient conditions. Okay, lighting and color scheme. Okay, for example, okay, I'm not prefer going to One Borneo because of the lighting. It's too dim, and then we feel dull, boring. You know, the color schemes of the uh, building is not attractive enough. Okay, I prefer going to Surya Sabah or Imago. You know, because it's I feel enjoy. I feel comfortable with the lighting and color schemes. Okay, the size and shape perception also will influence the environment conditions. Okay, sounds, as I mentioned earlier, sometimes the music is too loud, then we feel uncomfortable to go there. Okay, the temperature. Okay, one time, okay, 1B, they have experience of aircon malfunction aircon so feel warm if we go inside the mall, so the temperature will play roles for the ambient conditions. And sense, okay, sometimes we don't go to specific store because we hate the smell. There's a sense that we feel uncomfortable. So by looking at these five senses factor, so will give us or will let us go to specific place. Okay, clever design of these conditions can elicit desired behavioral responses among consumers. So you have to take care of these conditions, the ambient conditions related to our five senses. Okay, in service settings, music can have powerful effect on perceptions and behaviors, even if played at barely audible levels. Structural characteristics of music, such as tempo, volume, and harmony, are perceived holistically. Fast tempo music and high volume music increase arousal levels. Some people tend to adjust their pace, either voluntarily or involuntarily, to match tempo or music. Be careful, to select music, because music can deter wrong type of customer. So you have to know who are your customers, who will visit your place or your stores. Okay, careful selection of music. Scent and ambient smell is one that pervades an environment, may or may not be consciously perceived by customers, not related to any particular product. Here you have to remember that talking about scent, actually it's not related to your product. It's it depends on the environment. Okay, that's why I mentioned that you have to be careful with the scents, from your store. Make sure that it will not reflect your customer visit. Okay, so you have to select carefully the what we call that, the scent, not the perfume, but the uh, scent that you want to use, uh, the order, an ambient smell is one that pervades an environment. Okay, may or may not be consciously perceived by customers, not related to any particular product. Okay, the scent is not related to the product or service that you serve to your customer. Okay, for example, how your store, uh, the smell of your store will affect your customer visit. So be very careful. Scent have distinct characteristics, can be used to solicit emotional, physiological, and behavioral responses. Okay, in service setting, research has shown that scents can have significant effect on customer perceptions, attitudes, and behaviors. Okay, next, signs, symbols, and artifacts. Communicates the firm's image and help customers find their way. First time customer will automatically try to draw meaning from the signs, symbols, and artifacts. So the challenge is to guide customer through the delivery process. Unclear signals from a service scape can result in anxiety and uncertainty about how to proceed and obtain the desired service. Okay, this is a famous sign at the moment. Okay, for example, you give help prevent coronavirus by washing your hands, cover mouth is coughing or sneezing, avoid touching your face, keep surface clean, stop shaking hands, keep a safe distance. Okay, and then you give okay, notice to customers and visitors, please do not enter without a face mask. And then there's a community message here, I protect you, you protect me. So this is example of signs and symbols. Okay, colors. I'm sure all of you familiar with the Instagram. Yeah, Instagram. If you want to upload your photo, you can edit. Okay, if you want to edit, you can find this term. Okay, the hue, and then saturation, intensity. Actually, these are related to the service marketing. Okay, as mentioned here, colors can be defined into three dimensions. The hue, the pigment of the color. Value, the degree of lightness or darkness of the color. And chroma refers to hue intensity, saturation, or brilliance. People are generally drawn to warm color environments. Warm colors encourage fast decision making, good for low involvement decision or impulse buys. Cool colors are preferred for high involvement decisions. This is common associations and human responses to colors. Okay, red, degree of warm, nature symbol earth. Common association, high energy and passion, can excite and stimulate emotions, expressions, and warmth. For orange, nature symbol sunset. Human respond color to emotions, expressions, and warmth. Yellow sun, optimism, clarity, intellect, and mood enhancing. Green cool, refer to nature, grass and trees. Lily are for nurturing, healing, and unconditional love. Blue, sky and ocean, relaxation, serenity, and loyalty. Indigo, sunset, meditation and spirituality. Violet, violet flower, spirituality, reduce stress, and also can create inner feeling of calm. Okay, since I'm sharing you this common associations and human response to colors, my advice is, if you go to any stores or any service areas, you can try to identify the color that the area or the color of the area with the nature symbol and the association, common association. Okay, if then you can know either the color is suitable or not. You know, with you can associate the color with the area or the store that you visit. Okay, last one, putting it all together. Selection of environmental design elements. Consumers perceive service environments holistically. No dimension of design can be optimized in isolation because everything depends on everything else. Holistic characteristics of environments make designing service environment an art. So make sure that the design can let your customers' five senses comfortable. You know, when they see the color, they will feel comfortable. When they smell, the scent of the store, they will feel comfortable. With the noise, the music that you use to entertain the customer is also can make them happy. So make sure that you try to the service environments, you make sure that it's designed holistically. I like the terms here. Everything depends on everything else. You have to remember, even though you have a good product or service, but you forget about the environmental design elements, you won't success. Because people are part of the service environment. We have to remember that. Tools to guide servicescape design. Keen observation of customers' behavior and responses. Okay, you have to study your customer. Okay, if you see that they are not comfortable with the environment that you created, you must try to change it. Then you will get better result. Get ideas and also feedback from frontline staff and customer. Okay, normally the customer, they will complain to the frontline staff. Okay, and then always try to get feedback and ideas from the customer in order to enhance your servicescape design. Sometimes you can use mystery shopper. The term here, photo audit. The mystery shopper take photographs of service experience. Field experiments can be used to manipulate specific dimensions in an environment and the effect observed. Blueprinting or service mapping extended to include physical evidence in the environment. Okay, as a summary, service environment shape customers' experience and behavior, and also facilitate service encounters and enhance productivity. Okay, the two models, Mehrabian-Russell stimulus response and Russell's model, help us understand customer responses to service environments. And main dimensions of servicescape model, the ambient conditions relate to music, scent, color, and etc. Special layout and functionality, sign, symbols, and artifacts. When putting it all together, firms should design with a holistic view, design from a customer's perspective, use tools to guide servicescape design. Okay, with that, thank you very much for watching this recorded lecture. I will give you the Smart Hadir link. So make sure that you click the link after you watch the video. And if you have any question, you can ask, or you can hello me using telegrams or smart 3UMS. I'm sure that you know how to reach me. Okay, with that, thank you very much. Hopefully we can meet again next week, same time, 2:30 p.m. Take care. Assalamualaikum and salam sejahtera.